So I can see a few people have joined, which is fab. So it'd be great if you could just type in the chat box and let me know where you're located this morning. It's always interesting to just see where different people are in the country. So just let me know that you are here, that you can hear me, and where you're logging in from. Glasgow Alexis, in from Forfar there, Mum. Dundee Jane, good to see you. Amanda and Dunblane, great. So great to see so many of you joining. Broughty Ferry, Lisa, great to have you on the session as well. So I know for a number of people it might be the first time that you're logging in. We do tend to use the chat box if there's any kind of observations or questions as we go through the session, so feel free to type away in there. Also, if you want to just have that full relaxation experience, don't feel the obligation to do that. It's just that option is there. So looking forward to bringing to you a few meditations this morning. I always like to set an intention over the last few sessions just for us to kind of focus on this throughout the practice of meditation as well. So the one that was kind of coming to me this morning before the session was really thinking about how you deserve this time for you. One thing I really observe in people that I work with and people that are close to me is often we put ourselves further down the list. So we're doing things for other people, we're focused on our job or our busy lives, and sometimes we're not giving ourselves that space just for us. So there's no expectation for this half hour, just enjoy the space for yourself. So I notice a few more people have joined, which is great. If you want to type in the chat box and let us know where you are this morning, that would be fab. And want you to just, as we go through some of these meditations, just find a comfortable position for you. So I often, talk about find the position that feels right for you this morning. So the traditional meditation position, that cross leg, that lotus position, and for some of you that will feel comfortable and that will feel easy, and for a lot of people that might feel a bit strange. So feeling if you want to sit with an upright posture in a chair, that's a really good position as well. And also if you feel that you want to get into that really relaxing position of that lying down pose, then feel free to do that as well. Wherever you are, just make sure that you feel kind of grounded and you feel that connection to the floor beneath you as well, just to allow for that ability to relax and making sure that we can feel our body against the floor as well. So we're going to start off today by doing a couple of breathing meditations, and then we're going to go more into our body as well. So I quite like to mix it up in terms of the meditation so that you get to try out different ones. And usually as we go through the session, what I'd like to do is I put off the camera while I'm kind of going through some of the cues for the meditation as well, just so that you don't feel the urge to have to look at the screen. I think for most of us, we're spending more time than we may want on the screen, and because of the kind of restrictions and maybe more working from home and things. So it's really good to just actually allow yourself this time where you're not too focused on the screen as well. So we're going to start by going into one of our breathing meditations. So I will just put off my camera and I'll guide you through that. So if you just start by placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, and begin to feel the chest rise and fall with each breath. Begin to focus on that inhale and exhale. You close off your mouth and just inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Continue with your natural breath, feeling the air enter through the nostrils and then exit through your nostrils. Continue for a few breaths. On the next inhale, feel the belly rise, then the ribs expand, and finally the chest lift, coming to the top of the breath below the throat. On the exhale, the breath leaves the chest, ribs fall, and your belly contracts. Continue with this breath, feeling all three parts of the breath, and think to yourself, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. Repeat this a couple of more times. With the next exhale, begin to feel the breath as a wave coming up from the belly and rising to the top of the breath beneath the throat. Hold the breath here for 2, then let the breath go in a wave from the chest out to the belly. Continue this wave-like breath, rolling in and up, counting to 2, and rolling out like a tide. Feel the fluidity of the breath, feeling the complete cycle. Focus only on the breath, and if any distractions come, just allowing them to go. Finish the next cycle of breath, and then after this, complete a really full exhale, allowing yourself return to your natural breath. Feel the calmness in your breath. Feel the ease and steadiness. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Now, this little breath meditation that we've just done there, I find that one quite a good one to focus on, because it's giving you the specific areas of the body to kind of focus on and kind of follow your breath through your body. Again, so often in kind of some of the breath meditations we're maybe counting, are focusing on how we inhale and exhale. This one for me is quite, I quite like things that focus on specific parts of the body, and I can kind of visualize that breath and really work with it through the body as well. So we're going to try a different meditation as well, which is all around breath again. It's going to be some different cues too. And then once we've done that, I'll just get some observations from you as well about how you've found both of those as well. So again, if you want to stay in the same position for this one, absolutely fine. If you want to adopt a different posture or a different pose that would work for you, it works equally well if we're sitting upright or we're lying down. So enjoy. So this is a breathing meditation that helps to calm the mind. The past has already gone and the future is yet to come. I am concentrating on being peaceful, happy, and free in this present moment. Think about how you can feel more peaceful, more happy, and more free as we continue through this meditation. Concentrate and become aware of each breath. The attention on the breath is continuous. Follow the breath as it begins and as your abdomen starts to expand. Continue to pay attention as your abdomen rises and falls with each breath, like a child going high and low on a swing. Like a swing, your breath slows down at each end. Follow it all the way as it slows down and then as it starts again. Enjoy the rhythmic rise and fall of the abdomen. Enjoy staying in the here and now. Your mind is constantly producing thoughts. That is its nature. Just now, do not follow the thoughts, but concentrate on your breath. Bring in that feeling of comfort and ease. With each breath, let go of tension. It might be tension in your body or in your mind. Be aware that thoughts can bring tension to your face. With each breath, relax face muscles by gently smiling. There are lots of sensations going on in our body all the time. Accept them. Become aware of your posture. Become aware of the rush of air around your nostrils as you breathe in. There will be sounds around you. Do not react to them. Simply focus on your breath. Notice the sounds and let them go. Continue to bring in that feeling of peacefulness and calm. Focus on your breath. Notice sounds and any skin sensations that you may feel, maybe tingling or heat, coolness in your body, without reacting to them. And if any distractions come in, any disturbances, like memories, or it may be an itch or a noise, simply smile and relax. With each breath, arrive in the here and now. Breathe comfortably. Your mind is likely to be feeling peaceful and calm. With the final few breaths of this meditation, allow yourself to release any tension in your body, allowing yourself to feel calm and rested, knowing that at any point throughout your day that you can return to your breath. It helps you to feel free, feel more relaxed, and feel more calm and centered in what you're doing. Allow yourself one last deep inhale and exhale in this meditation. And when it feels comfortable to do so, bring some movement into your hands, into your fingers and your toes. You may want to stretch overhead, the long morning stretch. Just bring your presence back in to your space. So again, some focus on areas of the body in that breathing meditation. Also getting us to think about sometimes how distractions come in and being able to kind of let them go and not judge ourselves too much for them. Again, our whole mind, our brain is wired for so many thoughts constantly running through on a second by second basis. So to be able to let go of some of them and not always just kind of go down a path or go down a spiral if it's more negative thoughts can be really useful, and certainly something that just can really centre you throughout your day. If you're beginning to feel kind of tension or worried about something, is returning to your breath. In the first meditation that we did, I kind of guided you to put your hand on your abdomen area and also in your chest area. It can be a really, really nice way of focusing on the breath. And one that I saw really simply described the other day in terms of focusing on the breath was to breathe in for 4 into the stomach and then to breathe out for more. So there's no pressure to be breathing in for lots and lots of counts, which sometimes people can find difficult, especially if they're starting to focus on their breath and for one of the first times, rather than just breathing as they naturally would. So breathing in for 4 and breathing out for a count of more than 4. Okay, so that's something that, again, try that as you go through your day as well. If you're starting to feel a little bit tense or worrying about something, it can be a really good way to constantly recenter you and kind of anchor you back to your breath. That's what we call the breath in meditation, is the anchor. How do we ground ourselves as well? So interested to hear if anybody wants to type any observations about those meditations, how you feel, were they easy or difficult for you, and any questions. Feel free to type any of that in the chat box before we go on to some of our other meditation practices. And I can see, Sadie, you'd put in a comment about where you are in London. That's great to see. We've got people from all across the country logging in. That's fab. Yeah, sometimes the counting can feel, I've had that feedback before from people, it can feel like you're kind of under pressure to meet the specific count as well. Another good one that I find is inhale, I'll say to myself, inhale calm, exhale tension. And again, you're not giving yourself the boundary of the counting as well, too. And yeah, that placing of the hands as well. There's something quite comforting of that as well, because again, I often talk about our stomach area and our chest and our heart area being where, are kind of the seat of a lot of our emotions as well, our reactions, the physical kind of reactions to how we feel in our body as well. So there's something quite comforting about putting the hands there as well as helping with that concentration too. So thank you for your comments there. Yeah, Lisa, that was one from Jay Shetty. Now, some of you'll know that I'm a big follower of Jay Shetty. He was a Buddhist monk, and now he is very much, doing work in the kind of personal development, self-development field and taking it out there wider. So I thought it was a really simple way of thinking of that, and it's a really simple one that you can share, with other people as well. And it's one that certainly in some of the work that I'll be doing with children as well, I think it's a really simple one for them to connect to too. So that's brilliant. So we're going to move more into our body now. And again, some of these breath meditations have been in our body, but specifically giving you some cues of things that you can do within your body. Now, the first one is going to be around a muscle relaxation, which is a lot around, us kind of tensing certain muscles and then releasing them and letting them go. So again, I'll shut down the camera for this one and just let you follow my cues. Again, there's no expectation of what it looks like. Nobody can see you. You can see me when I'm on camera, but I'm going to go off camera as well for this one. Okay, so enjoy this muscle relaxation. So again, this one can work if you're sitting or if you're lying down. If there's anything feeling like it's kind of constricting you in terms of clothing, feel free to loosen. And just quiet your mind as we begin to focus on your body. Now, for each of these exercises that we're going to do in the muscle relaxation, what we're going to do is we're going to tense for 5 seconds and then relax each muscle group. So tense and then relax. So we're going to start by raising our eyebrows as high as you can. And then just gently release. So if you just raise your eyebrows again as high as you can and gently release. Now squeeze your eyes really tightly shut and release. And again, squeeze your eyes really tightly shut and release. Now purse your lips together tightly and release. And again, purse your lips together really tightly and release. Now extend your arms alongside your body and clench your hands into tight fists. And release. And again, clench your hands into tight fists and release. Now extend your arms forward and push your hands away as if there was an imaginary wall there. Really strongly pushing that wall and release. And again, extend your hands forward. Imagine there's an imaginary wall in front of you. Push it and then release. Now bend your elbows and tense your biceps and release. Bend your elbows and tense those biceps again and release. Now if we move to our shoulders, just shrug your shoulders really close up towards your ears and then release. And again, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and release. Now tighten your abdominal muscles. So imagine you're squeezing your stomach in and release. And again, squeeze those abdominal muscles in and release. Now if you just tighten the muscles in your bum and in your hips. Imagine clenching and release. And again, clench and release. Now press your thighs together as hard as you can and release. And again, press your thighs together as hard as you can and release. Now flex your feet towards your body. Let your toes curl up and release. Flex your feet towards your body, toes curling up and release. And now curl your toes under really tightly and release. Curl your toes under really tightly and then release. And what I want us to do just to finish is again put your hands on your stomach and your heart area and imagine that you're pushing out as you inhale against your stomach, and as you inhale, just allow your stomach to relax and release. So the stomach out as we inhale and relax and release as we exhale. And if you've had your eyes closed, feel free to begin to open your eyes now. Just bring a bit more movement into our fingers and toes. And then bring our hands overhead to allow, again, just one final stretch and release. Now that one is again really quite a simple one that you could take into your day, especially if you're sitting. You know, some of us may not be sitting with the same type of workstation as we're used to, or you may be sitting more than you normally would. But bringing that bit of movement into the body is so important in a really simple way here by just tensing and releasing. Again, it's allowing our body to feel that tension, but also feel how it is to release as well. And I think a lot of us hold a lot of tension in certain areas of our body. So to be able to just bring it in and out and let that tension release is really, really important. And that's why I like that muscle relaxation one. How did you find that one as we were going through, in terms of how easy it was to follow, or how you feel after that one? Great, Jane. So I'm glad that one was easy to follow. Fab, Amanda, ready to start the day, always bringing that positive energy to us, so appreciate that. Yeah, it's really interesting. We hold so much tension in our body. Again, for those of you that have been on sessions with me before, you know, I often talk about the chicken or the chicken wings as well. The tension we hold in our back as well, but in all different areas of our body. If you can just bring in, you know, a bit of that relaxation to your body, it can really, really help as well with how you feel. So really appreciate everyone coming along to the session today, for your comments and your engagement as well. Same time next week, look forward to seeing you. And again, if anybody's got any requests for different types of meditations, please let me know, because I can always factor them into the sessions as well. So hopefully see you all then. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Just seen a few of the comments coming up there as well. Yeah, Olivia, it's very, very normal to find it difficult to focus at the moment. I'd say so many people are feeling similar, so bringing in just these little sessions to help with that, and thinking about some of the different techniques that you can take, and even with your breathing, So I would just say, hands here, 4, count to 4, and then more on the exhale. Okay, thank you for coming along, and really great to see everyone. Take care.